Well, John, you left that one late, but 3 points nonetheless. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled. Sometimes the nature of those victories means that you're really up high late on. But I think we really deserved it over the course of 90 minutes, and we created some good chances without being quite as clinical as we'd like to be in the final third. So I think overall we fully deserved it, and really pleased for the reward for the effort, endeavour that the lads showed across the entire game.
It's great scenes at the end. How did you feel when the goal went in?
Yeah, a mix of sort of relief and elation. Really pleased, obviously, for first of all the fans that stuck around and saw it was a difficult game to watch at times. Burton came with the game plan and they were very good at it, and they frustrated us for large periods. And that was obviously something we had to deal with and maybe could have dealt with slightly better. But yeah, really pleased for them first of all. Second of all, really pleased for the team. A really important 3 points for us. Important clean sheet going into the weekend as well, and a lot to build upon.
Dane Scarlett with the goal at the end. What will that do for his confidence?
A huge amount. I mean, I don't think he's not a confident. He is a confident lad anyway, so I don't think he lacks it, and that's brilliant. And that's one of the reasons that he's looked such a threat. I think when he's come on, he looked a real threat against Plymouth when he came on the weekend. Just maybe without that final product. So the fact that he's added that today, I'm really thrilled for him there. It's brilliant to see the subs coming on and make a difference, and it was obviously Dane and it was Joe with the knockdown as well. But I also thought the others contributed brilliantly as well. I thought Ryan with his little cameo came on and did terrifically as well. So really happy with how that panned out.
And props to Josh Oluwayemi as well, who arguably kept us in that game and wouldn't got the 3 points without him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look back at that moment, it's a massive moment at the start of the second half where Josh does brilliantly well to keep them out, and that was how they were going to score. I think either a set piece or on the break, and they broke on us, and they break really well. That's what they're really good at. I think that's where they've come into the game, winning 3 on the spin, and yeah, it was great to be able to count on Josh. I think special credit should definitely go to him. He didn't know he was playing the game till about 4:30 this afternoon, as we were waiting on news from Matt. But he's a really good professional. He trains really hard every day. He works brilliantly in terms of improvement and what he wants to do. He was on the bus with Joe on Saturday evening, working through all of his clips and working through what he could have done better in the game. And thankfully, I think we saw some of that come out today. Where an example, a couple of the back passes where he slashed at them on Saturday, but today he was a lot calmer. He took a touch. He trusted himself. He was composed. He's a really powerful lad as well, so he can get himself out of problems if need be. And yeah, just overall really pleased for him.
He handed the start to Joe Rafferty, a clean sheet for him, but as I said, the first start for him since his injury. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, so we thought that we'd maybe have to replace Joe after 70, but he just grew into the game, and it was a pleasure to watch him. I thought he was excellent. I thought he had a lot of space in the first half, and he was a real threat. And they ended up, I think, changing the way they pressed just to stop Joe getting on the ball. And that's a real credit to him. It's great to have him back. We've obviously got to manage that and make sure that Joe stays fit for the rest of the season if possible, but the more options we have coming back the better. It was one of those where Deshaun going down late today or failing a fitness test late today, it was brilliant. We've got Joe just to come straight into the team, slotted in and did very well.
You mentioned Deshaun there, Marlon as well, also failed a late fitness test. What was the situation there?
Yeah, just 2 that we were waiting on. We thought they'd actually make it. Yesterday we'd named the team with a minute, and unfortunately today they didn't, and that's part of having the squad that we've got, making sure that people can come in and do well when called upon and when needed. And I thought both of them did absolutely brilliantly. Louis was the one that came in late for Marlon, and he was excellent. He only came off because we were worried about the fact that it was maybe pushing on in terms of minutes. And I think Louis been out with that broken leg. He had 60 minutes against Peterborough, and it was 70 today, and he's pushed on. I thought he was really, he looked a lot better than he did against Peterborough today, and that's going to come through time out on the pitch. Just testament to both of them to be able to come through that and not use that as an excuse.
Back to today's game, what does it say about the character of your squad? Most importantly, the subs being able to come on and make such an impact.
Yeah, I mean, it says a huge amount. That was one of the messages there, was that they've got to have character as a squad, they've got to have belief as a squad, they've got to make sure that they are together as much as possible. And it's really difficult for lads that aren't being picked, and there are guys there that haven't started any games since I've come in, and I know that's really tough. I get it. I've been in their shoes really recently, so I completely understand that. But when you're on my side of the fence, you know that actually you're going to have to rely on them at some point. You're going to need them at some point. And today was the perfect example, right? We changed the team. The team had 3 different names in it maybe yesterday if you include Matt. And then by 4:30 today, those have changed. And so people have got to be ready. They've got to be ready at all times, and they've got to be ready to do what they did tonight.